Test. I mean, I can hear us. I think we're live now.
I can hear me.
So I was supposed to give you a cue to take the thing off the screen, because here we are.
Let's make sure they can hear us.
Can you hear me?
Can everybody in the ball pit hear us right this moment?
Thank you, Noah Danke.
Ball pit represent, big fan, longtime listener, Brandon Ranke.
This could be a similar start to last week.
It could be. Absolutely. Can you hear us?
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, there's somebody's gonna put in the chat here in a second.
It could be. They could just go on practical. I don't know. I think that the longer that we talk and no one says anything, I don't know if people can hear us.
I mean, my goodness, I only had couple of sips of tequila.
You know what I'll do is I'm gonna pull it up on I'm gonna pull up the YouTube on my phone, and I'm also gonna like and subscribe and comment. So
that's the smart thing to do. That's what you should be doing.
That's what I'll do.
Almost every time.
Yeah, it works. Cool. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
It's probably on a little delay. That's probably why.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, let's start the show.
Wait, who's muted? I like the name muted. I don't know. It's muted. Yes, you can't hear us. Thank you, muted.
Damn, we got a troll already, bro. It's only like our fourth show. Hell yeah, we got a troll in here already.
I love burner accounts, so thank you.
Well, since we know we're not muted now, welcome into episode 54 of Cover Your Balls.
Yes.
And a wonderful, what is today? Tuesday, June 15th. We're coming to you live. Not sponsored by Deer Park, but they could sponsor us if they wanted to.
Soon. Yeah, we're in talks. So.
We're in talks. So
yeah, there was a bat in my house actually. So that's how I wanted to start out. Last night I went to get a glass of milk. I'm a big milk guy. I'm getting a call.
But your call won't go through.
Too bad. Yeah, too bad. Or I would have answered it. That would have been good.
Well, for everybody out there, before you continue the bat story, we'll take calls here shortly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We will be taking calls this evening.
Yeah. Anyways, went to go get a glass of milk. Came back. I looked in my room. I'm like, there's something flying around in there, and I'm not a big animal guy. I could do cats, dogs, anything else I'm not really cool with, and so I closed my door immediately. I'm like, that's a bat. I'm freaking out. I open the door again. I check. I close it again. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely a bat. Anyways, my roommate takes care of it. I get it out of my room. It's just roaming around the house in the meantime. It's out of my room, out of my mind. My roommate takes care of it, and then now it's back. Right before I left, I'm cowering my room. I'm like, there's a bat in my kitchen. I'm calling my landlord. This is not really something I want to deal with. I'm not a big bat guy. And so thank goodness for Big Ron. Big Ron is taking care of that as we speak.
Shout out to Ron.
When my basement flooded, Ron was there. I don't know where I'd be in life without Ron. I don't know where I'd be without mechanical people in this world. So thank you, mechanicals.
Shout out to Ron.
Yeah, shout out Big Ron.
Does Ron want to sponsor the pod?
Yeah, I actually, so he is a longtime listener. He may be a first-time caller tonight. We'll have to see. We may hear from Ron, but we can hear from everybody else in the ball pit later. We will be taking calls, so.
I expect a lot of calls tonight. I thought the call segment went well last time in episode 53. And if you missed that, you don't think we're doing a great job right now, go ahead and go watch episode 53, which is on our page.
Well, first dislike this video so we know we're not doing well.
The start of this one.
Yeah. Actually, like it for now.
And then
before you leave a comment. This sucks. You stink. Why don't you just end it now? I'm going to go watch episode 53. So that's how we'll know you're not liking what you're seeing. You're going to watch episode 53 and then maybe come back for 50.
This is why I had you on the show, because you're just so much smarter than I am. But anyways, I mean, first off, before I even introduce, let Gianni talk a little bit, we're just going to see where this one goes tonight. I mean, there's a lot of things going on in the sports world, but at the same time, a lot of great feedback from episode 53. A lot of callers calling in, getting their takes out there. Sam and I talking about that. We do have a Who Has Bigger Balls segment, so you want to make sure you stay tuned for that one. Sam claims he has a winner. I think I have a winner. Gianni has told us they're both very close.
And this is going to be the first, I'd say, real competition in, I would say, 2 months. So
2 months. I mean, we've been doing this for a month. and I literally let you have one because it was so good. Shout out to.
Well, it's been a while since
what was her name? Carol?
No, that Lewis Brown.
Oh yes, Lewis Brown.
Christine Lewis Brown of Greensback, Virginia. If you've been a watcher of the show, you know who I'm talking about. Christine Lewis Brown, patriot, martyr.
Yes. Well, you know what? Before we keep going, Gianni, welcome in.
What is going on, everybody?
There, look at
It
that.
is good. It is good to be back.
Who is this guy?
Very, very excited for episode 54. Episode 53 was one of our best videos to date. Performed really well. Thanks for all the support that's been going on, especially last episode was great. We're going to be taking callers again today. We're going to do a lot of fun, exciting stuff. We got some videos we're going to show you guys. We got some images to show as well. But we'll let Mitch set those up later in the show. But got an exciting episode planned. I'm excited to get it rolling.
All sorts of multimedia.
So much going on here, and as you see behind Gianni, he's got a DSW bag. No, they are not sponsoring us yet, but they could be a potential sponsor.
Could be, so.
Hey, sponsorships are open. Hit the Cover Your Balls email. DSW for a sponsor, maybe.
We are trying to work
Teddy
out.
bear blanket, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's maybe my great aunt. Okay, she no longer can sponsor us though. R.I.P. Aunt Joan. But honestly, though, we could get a sponsor from Capuana Media LLC maybe one of these days. But he's been a little stubborn getting back to me. I don't know what that's about. Gianni already in the chat though. Aren't you supposed to play tonight?
Am I supposed to play tonight?
Yeah. I thought you were Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that is very true.
Brandon Ranke said, I thought Giannis was playing tonight. Why is he on the pod?
Oh, that's true. See, Brandon's a longtime listener, has been paying attention to the pod, watching the clips.
A longtime fan.
That's a true fan right there to remember that.
Well, you know what? Since he brings it up, we might as well talk about some of the sports going on right now.
Let's get into it.
Before we get into the callers. Yeah. So let's just start there. 2-2 back to Brooklyn, New York, and we just got the breaking news. James, my hamstring hurts. Harden is playing tonight in Game 5. Kyrie, I step on the Celtics logo. Irving is out because he's just a bitch. It's simple as that.
Flattened his ankle.
That's what you get for dancing on a logo. I mean, think about back to high school.
It was the different ankle. That whole thing was.
Well, he's still petty. He should go figure out if the Earth's actually flat or round still. Gianni, what's that?
He's a Hall of Famer.
The stepping on the logo thing has always been a big deal. I mean, I can remember back to high school, the Bear logo in the middle of the football. In the middle of the football locker room, no one was allowed to step on the Bear.
Well, not to mention the sacred Cincinnati Bengals logo, as we Juju Smith-Schuster, Von Bell rung his bell. So
not to mention, your very own Baker Mayfield. I mean, knows a bit about logos. How much?
Hey, that's QB1.
Knows a little bit about running from the cops too.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. As do we. As do we all.
Maybe Cheesecake Factory, but that's not for me to say.
Cheesecake Factory is good though. Yeah. Cheesecake Factory is good. I mean, if my quarterback wants to go to Cheesecake Factory, then go to Cheesecake Factory. What happens there though? That's up to him. It's up to him.
Mitch Farnsworth.
Coming in with another vulgar comment in the comment section. Can't even read it because YouTube will probably take it down.
Hey, Mitch, why don't you get a life, pal?
Just always trying to talk about that.
Yeah.
Always bringing up that sensitive topic. No need for that here. No need for that.
The Bucks are playing.
All right, so let's talk about the Bucks.
Buccaneers.
The Milwaukee.
See, I was talking about the Buccaneers. No, that's okay. Mitch Farnsworth, Buccaneers fan, for those of you who have listened. So, yeah, the Bucks. I'm shocked.
Riddle me this. Bucks favored now to win the series, but the Nets still favored to win the championship. Gambler Sam, make it make sense.
So, for those of you who follow the Twitter, somebody from the account tweeted out an amazing lock of the night. We're not worried about Kyrie's ankle. We're not worried about James Harden hamstring. We're worried about Blake Griffin, old reliable, the person who's been stepping up all playoffs. All of a sudden, everyone's saying, oh my goodness, it's a Blake Griffin resurgence. He never left.
I mean, he
never left. Oklahoma man
disappeared in
Oklahoma's
Detroit.
Full of winners.
He disappeared in Detroit.
And one big loser. So, Blake Griffin's back. You've still got time. The game doesn't start for another 36 minutes. Go into your book. I know it's, maybe you're not in a legal state. Maybe go into an offshore account. I don't know. Make a prop builder. Blake Griffin over 10 total rebounds plus assists. That's a lock.
That sounds to me like a
pound. Yep, absolutely pound it pick. So that's all I got. I can't believe the Bucks came back. I'll be honest. I thought the Nets were going to wipe them.
I mean, listen, I still think that this is not even a series. Although I will say, I really wish James Harden was out tonight because I would like to see if Kevin Durant's really as great as we think he is, to see if he can do what LeBron had to do for a long time, and that's play without a superstar because they got hurt. Like LeBron in 2015 without Kyrie and Kevin Love, like LeBron in 2007 when they had the Walmart grocer and then somebody from Roar's Nursery helping him out in the basketball court, Boobie Gibson.
Okay.
I mean, basically, Kevin Durant just keeps getting all these all-stars, and sure enough, he lucks out again. He probably paid James Harden off to come back tonight, risk his injury, which I'm not going to wish he gets hurt. I'd never do that. But if he gets hurt, I wouldn't be mad. I'll put it that way. Gianni.
I think Sam brought up something pretty interesting that I thought, that Mitch and I kind of talked about before the show. He brought up Twitter. I think Sam has a couple tweets that... Yeah. That may need to be shown.
I agree.
I don't know.
I thought that we, tonight, there's not a lot going on in the sports world right now, so I thought we could dive in deep with one of us. So,
yeah.
But before we get there, let's finish up our talk.
Okay.
I don't have Twitter, though.
I got a little excited.
I know. I'm excited, too, and I think a lot of people in the chat are going to be excited to, figure out what's going on in Sam's life. So, but Sam, it's best of 3 now. Who you got winning? Nets, or are you going to give the nod to the Bucks now?
I'm taking the Nets 10 times out of 10. I don't think that necessarily means that the Nets are going to win this series. I'm just a Giannis hater. I like to see Giannis fail. I'm not going to lie. I've kind of gone to the dark side of NBA basketball now that LeBron's left. I don't really give a damn. I root for Kevin Durant. I root for Kyrie Irving. I couldn't care less. I like to watch greatness. I think Giannis is great. He just kind of stinks. Can't shoot free throws. He's not, I don't know. He's kind of a cheesecake cornball to me. Little Tim Tebow vibes from Giannis. So I'm not a fan. I hope Giannis loses. I hope the Bucks lose. I hope they lose the next 2 games, and we can move on to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Was that true that I saw LeBron was changing his number?
Yes, he is. Yeah. And that, which is hilarious.
Another
because this will be the only shot the Nets have to win the championship. 6 God will be back next year, and LeBron's coming back. Longest offseason he's ever had, which means you can expect him to be in tip-top shape. As long as they get rid of Street Clothes Davis.
That's with the caveat, though.
What's the caveat?
Well, he's got to beat the Goon Squad.
That is true. That's coming in July,
I mean, all sorts of, come in July.
I heard him and Bugs have a rift already. Him and Bugs Bunny already not seeing eye to eye.
Yeah. Something with Elmer Fudd. I don't know. Things are getting heated in that locker room.
What we'll do is you and I will go see that, and we'll give a nice movie review on it.
We'll give in theaters.
Solid review. Maybe we'll go live from the theater.
Yeah.
Gianni, we can make that happen, right?
Might get sued.
We can definitely make that happen.
All right, we'll go live from the theater when we go see Space Jam, a new beginning or something or whatever.
We can record it. We can put it on YouTube.
Thanks, Cheney. Stash does look great. I should shave. But...
Sam Cheney in the chat. Hopefully, you get a call from him later this show.
Or maybe we'll call him.
Yeah. That is true. But listen, okay, so you're taking the Nets. I'm taking the Nets. Listen, I don't like Kyrie Irving. I don't like Kevin Durant. And James Harden is a waste of space, honestly. I think he's pretty overrated. It's not a coincidence that all 3 guys who can't get it done on their own had to team up together. Shocker there. They'll never be LeBron. They'll never be top 2, top 3 player of all time. Probably not even top 5. But I'm taking the Nets because I think the Bucks are a joke. Everyone keeps saying, well, Giannis is Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton is about as good as me in pool basketball. We'll put it that way, which is worthless. Gianni?
Now, Sam, correct me if I'm wrong, but does this mean that James Harden is just going to pop off all of a sudden? Because Mitch does have a tendency to, when he says someone's bad, they'll magically become an all-star.
I'll tell you how I see tonight going. James Harden's going to drop 20, 10, and 10. Kevin Durant's maybe going to drop 40. I think he's going to drop high 30s, somewhere around that range. Giannis is going to go 5 for 13 from the free throw line. Let's say 10 for 25 from the field. It's going to be a blowout for the Nets, I'd say by double digits. I can't wait to see that I'm wrong. I'm going to watch tonight. Giannis is going to drop 60, and people are going to be back next week belittling me in the chat, but that's what I want. So hopefully I get that.
That's what we want. And to answer Mitch Farnsworth's question really quick, I can't answer it in full detail because he uses a vulgar term, as you see in the chat. I would 100% rather be hit in the face with a line drive off the bat of whomever you pick in Major League Baseball rather than play a round of golf with no names, please. I would just never want to do that again. I already know how much that sucks. Brandon Ranke, I'm sure, who's in the chat, would agree with me. Tyler Dalzell's in the chat would also agree with me. We would gladly go to a Lake County Captains game and take a foul ball to the face, even if it meant going 2 years in a row. And if you understand what I'm referencing, then you've been a long time listener to the show. All right, let's go to the other side of the Eastern Conference. Sam, are you going to go to the other top free throw shooter in the East? Are you going to side with Ben Simmons here or Trae Young to get it done now?
That series is 2-2.
It is 2-2, correct. After after Joel Embiid had one of the most historical second half performances last night that nobody probably could ever repeat. That is what he says he's the best player in the league, going 0 of 12 in the second half. You ever see that done before for someone who thinks they're the best player in the league?
It's probably been done once or twice. I know I've done it before. I can tell you this much. I'm not going 1 for 12 if you put me in an NBA game. I'm making one. I guarantee I'm making one.
Well, we also played Jay Friends.
I disavowed the 76ers after the whole popcorn incident. I was appalled, repulsed. Honestly, I got to move on. I'm still not taking the 76ers. That popcorn incident is, in my mind, is inexcusable.
It is.
Unforgivable. I will never root for the 76ers again. I wish them nothing but bad luck. Hawks in 6. And Ben Simmons also, can't shoot free throws, but you know what?
Fate of the universe. Giannis Antetokounmpo or Ben Simmons has to make a free throw. Who are you taking?
I'm taking Iguodala.
Wasn't an option. Gianni. Giannis Antetokounmpo. No, I don't have a sound. I don't have that sound. I don't have
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I don't have that sound.
I'm almost positive.
Yeah, I think we do have that sound.
I'm almost positive.
No, I do not have that sound. I do have this sound though.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
I have that sound, but no, I don't have Iguodala.
Next Palace season says I have my own NBA team coming to the league next year.
Gianni.
What's up?
Giannis or Ben Simmons? You have to pick one to make one free throw in one opportunity to save your life. What are you doing?
I mean, I got to go with Giannis, right? I mean, same name brothers. I mean, I have to go with Giannis. There's that instant connection there. We spell our names the exact same way.
You look like too.
And I've been told I look like him. So even though, we have some clear differences, but
I think Giannis is much better shooter than Ben Simmons. But like I said, if you can, get 15 assists and 15 rebounds, you're gonna have a pretty fun NBA career.
The disrespect, though, when it comes to shooting, people will leave him wide open. They'd rather quadruple team Joel Embiid than and leave Ben Simmons open from 3. Either way, let's just go to the West, where it's more.
Who's he dating? Kardashian, right?
Jenner. He thought he was dating a Jenner.
No, that's Booker.
I thought Simmons was dating Jenner too. Aren't there multiple Jenners? Not Caitlyn Jenner.
Well, I think Kylie's married to Tyga, or Travis Scott, one of the two.
I thought they got divorced.
Hey, well, I don't know. I saw something online that was like, you can make like a starting lineup in the NBA with the guys that Kylie or Caitlyn Jenner's dated.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can make a pretty solid lineup.
You can make a starting lineup.
And that could be a segment for another day. That could be a debate.
I think he did date Jenner, Kendall.
I'm almost positive.
Kendall, yeah.
Kendall.
Simmons did, and so did Booker.
Well, I guess we'll see who makes it. Suns Sixers. Could you imagine a little?
Wow, the family rift there.
Yeah.
Wow, that would be juicy.
And I wonder,
or not? Well,
is
Nuggets,
Chris Humphries?
Never mind. Nuggets.
Is he still in the league? He's on the Nets.
No, he
might still be there.
Bucks.
Humphries. He was on the Nets.
And the Bucks.
But when they were married, he was on the Nets.
Right, but then he went to the Bucks. So we're already a family feud going on right now in the Eastern Conference semifinals.
Wow. Would you look at that? Even the Kardashians rule the NBA. Of course, all their lovers are still there.
They haven't touched baseball yet.
Figure.
Thank God. Thank God they haven't touched baseball
It's a matter
yet.
of time.
Jenners, Kardashians, Rankies, just ruining everything nowadays, and It's appalling at this rate.
You know who Ben Simmons is dating? I'm sorry to interrupt, but Caitlyn Jenner. That's who he is dating. Who I couldn't think of it. Kendall, Kylie. Who's the other one? It's Caitlyn. Ben Simmons is dating Caitlyn Jenner. That's who it is.
Wait, is he? Wait, which one's Caitlyn?
Formerly known as Bruce.
Yeah, formerly known as the mother. The mother. She's running. For.
Now mother was father. Now mother was father.
She was.
That's what I thought. I was
once
like,
father,
wait.
now mother.
Oh yeah, once father, now mother.
I don't know. Yeah, but who is running for California governor? So that's a good move by Ben Simmons.
Wow, that's
a power move.
A power move by him, actually. All right, over to the West now. Chris Paul and the Suns just swept the Denver Nuggets. Nikola Jokic, the MVP, just gets ejected in Game 4. Pretty weak move by the NBA officials. Also a weak move to name him MVP, if you ask me. But nobody asked me, I guess. So the Suns are awaiting the winner of
That's got to change.
The Clippers and the Jazz. Call your shot now. It's another best-of-3 series. Who you got?
Clippers.
You got the Clippers?
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know if I've ever seen a more determined player in NBA history than down 0-2 Kawhi Leonard.
I mean,
down 0-2 Kawhi Leonard might be one of the most dangerous players ever because when he's not down 0-2, he's one of the most overrated players. In NBA
I thought
history.
LeBron was doing master classes with going down 0-1, and then he just Kawhi is doing 2.
But he's down 3-1. Nobody's been down 3-1 before like LeBron and been able to resurrect that. By the way,
Ty Lue though.
Don't even bring.
You want to say who hasn't cut? Well,
he's a terrible coach.
Comeback coach.
No, he's not.
Well,
he's not.
How do you mean he's not the comeback coach?
Look what happens when he doesn't have a top 5 player in the NBA on his team. He can't even.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard is playing like a top 5 player though.
I said when he doesn't. When he doesn't have one of those, what happens? He gets canned because he sucks. Anybody out there that thinks Ty Lue's a good NBA coach, you're wrong. He's had LeBron James, the greatest player in the NBA, and if you don't agree, then it's his second.
All I'm saying is no one's come back from a 3-1 deficit in the NBA Finals except for Ty Lue,
who had LeBron James.
Well,
let's not, come on.
And then now everyone's, look at the Mavericks. Clippers are sorry. They stink. Comeback Lue. Here we go.
No, it's not.
Down 2-0 to the Jazz. They stink. Horrible. Comeback Lue. Here we go. Cycle repeats itself. I don't know. I'm afraid of the Clippers. Myself,
I'm afraid of their players. I'm not afraid of Ty Lue.
Yeah,
he looks like a character from Star Wars, bro. I mean,
he just knows how to motivate the guys.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Hey, boys, we're down. We couldn't be down anymore. Let's win the game. And that's what they do. They win the game.
You know what Ty Lue does? Ty Lue goes, guys.
Never lost a game
to win the game tonight, we just got to score more than the other team. And the guys are like, wow, so inspirational. Ty Lue, greatest coach of all time. He sucks. Get that out of here right now. Ty Lue sucks.
Who do you got?
The Clippers. We're on pace to have a Clippers-Nets finals, the most boring and unwatchable finals ever.
No.
Wait, yes. The Clippers are playing.
I'll take the Jazz then.
They're playing the Jazz. The Clippers
That's
are going to
kind of
beat the
my team.
Jazz.
That was my team.
Donovan Mitchell's going to choke because he looked great in the first 2, and all of a sudden he's played down a little bit.
They looked awful last night.
They looked terrible. God forbid,
They looked awful.
It's going to be Clippers and Nets. I've already come to that,
How much is Rudy Gobert getting? Like 280? Is that the number for Gobert? 280 million?
Something like that. That's why the Cavs are probably going to play.
Noah Yankee, Suns in 4.
I mean,
Suns in 4. We'll get to that. We'll get. Actually, should we just get to it now before we get to Twitter? All right, let's just get to it now. So the Suns sweep the Nuggets.
JJ.
Oh well, we have a caller coming in, but should we just take the first caller?
We'll take it. We'll take it now.
I mean, we'll go live now to the Cover Your Balls hotline, and we have our first caller. Didn't cue the caller hotline yet, but because he's such a long-time listener,
you're on the air,
and first-time caller, we now welcome JJ from Indianapolis, Indiana. JJ, you're live on the air.
What's going on, Mitch? How are you, bro?
I'm doing well, JJ. Thank you for calling in to Cover Your Balls, episode 54.
Yeah, anytime, bro. Hey, I just wanted to, add a little something to the, I definitely think the Clippers, are going to take this series, and I also think, Kawhi's not just, load managing himself during the season. It seems like he's almost load managing himself during the series too. It seems like he takes a couple games off, gets down a bit, and then he just decides to turn it back on. And
he likes his loads.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a great question you posed there, JJ. I would have to agree. Kawhi Leonard is the only star who missed the most regular season games this year, not due to injury. still in the playoffs because he load manages, and I think you might be onto something. But if you ask Sam, he's probably going to tell you it's because of Ty Lue.
Yeah. Sounds like Sam's still fucking Ty Lue off from the point.
Wow.
Hey, you know what, JJ? Why don't you call when we're accepting calls? No one wanted to hear your opinion on the Clippers versus the Jazz.
Well, it sounds like that was the topic you were just on.
Oh yeah. All right, get him out of here, Mitch. Get him out of here. Good luck in your. Did you win the first game, Justin?
Oh, obviously not, or else I wouldn't be.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Well,
all right,
it looks
we're
like-
talking to a loser.
All right,
All right.
JJ, we thank you for the call tonight.
Do we have a buzzer?
No, the only sound we can really have.
Hold on. We'll just do this one for him.
There you go.
Thanks for the call.
This is the other one you want to use probably.
Who was on crack?
Yep.
There you go.
Our resident crackhead.
All right, resident crack. I don't even know where we were. Gianni, back to the Phoenix Suns, sweeping the Denver Nuggets. Chris Paul looks like he found the fountain of youth. The point God is proving once again that he still has a lot left in the tank and is the one person I thought should have won MVP this year because he took a team that didn't even make the playoffs last year to the 2 seed.
Well,
To me, the MVP is given to the wrong people for all the wrong reasons. They give it to people who have the best stats or whatever it is. Most valuable player. What were the Nets without Chris Paul? A team that couldn't make the playoffs. You put Chris
Nets?
Paul in or Clippers or the Suns.
Clippers.
See what I'm doing here?
The Suns won last year.
They
went 8-0 in the
still didn't even make the
the
playoffs.
bubble, though.
Still didn't even make the playoffs. Well, nothing.
Everyone crowned them. You know, that was
Crowned them what? You get Chris Paul, and now they're the second best team in the West.
champs.
And they're probably going to get to the finals. Just kidding. They're going to lose to the Clippers.
I don't know.
So, Gianni, do we have it?
Oh yeah. We
All
got
right,
it.
let's play the Suns in 4.
I hate that guy's bowl cut. Global champs.
There it is. There it is. Suns in 4.
I mean, here's the first question I have.
This is going to be
Which Jamal Murray?
First of all, you can't be pulling that move.
What, the Suns in 4 guy?
Well, unless don't wear the same jersey as your guy.
Oh, I was just gonna ask which Jamal Murray took more of a beating: actual Jamal Murray that tore his ACL, or fan Jamal Murray that just got his ass beat in the stands in Denver?
Definitely. Yeah,
Now,
go ahead.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but apparently after the game, some guy like recorded on his phone, was like following on Snapchat or Instagram or something, and the two guys who got their ass beat were walking out of there like they won the fight.
Really?
They're saying that they won the fight.
That's-
Little did they know the video
That
went
doesn't su-
viral
that doesn't
of them
surprise
getting their
me.
ass,
Yeah.
their ass beat.
That's a beta move.
Well, you take one look at those guys, and those are the kind of guys, they lose a fight, and they're like, yup, yup.
Yeah,
Just
they
handle them.
play the victim even though they started it.
Yeah, hey, buddy, nice bowl cut. I'll challenge you. Why don't you come down to Ohio and try to kick my ass? So,
They could never. Although
I don't-
maybe
Suns
Tyler
in
Dalzell.
4.
Tyler Dalzell could. Tyler Dalzell is actually in Arizona right now. I believe he actually said that's his housemate.
whoa. The guy with the Suns jersey.
Suns in 4. Yep.
Very
Suns in
cool.
4. That's
Did you
actually
see
the best.
Brendan Ranke's
So this is
comment?
going to be more for like, I guess like real deep NBA fans like myself. But that guy, if we could pull that video back up for just 1 second, he looks like former Suns player Tom Chambers. I'll show Mitch right here.
Honestly,
That
I
may
see
have
it.
been
me to
Tom
play the video
Chambers.
again?
I don't know if I could.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
Looks
there's Tom Chambers. That guy looks exactly like Tom Chambers. So I don't know. That could be Tom Chambers.
Don't play it again.
Yeah.
People in the chat can go back and rewatch
Yeah.
it to compare the sides.
Sick white dunker. So shout out Tom Chambers and shout out for that guy wearing the Steve Nash jersey. That was cool.
It's good to see the Suns relevant again.
Just definitely something. It's good to see fans fighting. You know,
I
I
We
like
miss
this
this.
team. You like that team.
Yeah.
Let's throw some fists.
can't wait to see it happen in the dog pound
yeah.
this year.
Let me wear my gold chain and my Jamal Murray jersey with nothing underneath
Probably
and my
fake
bowl
gold
cut
chain.
that ends there, and let me throw a couple sucker punches. You know, I'm gonna go home. eat some nuggets, smoke a blunt because I'm from Denver.
True.
You know.
Which you, by the way, you cannot.
And then probably go commit a mass shooting because Colorado has the most mass shootings out of all the states, even though they have the strictest gun laws. And I'm not a big gun guy, but you know, there's just something wrong with our world.
Well,
Mitch.
I mean that took a turn I wasn't expecting. A fun fact for you: you actually cannot legally walk the streets in Denver, Colorado, and smoke a joint. That is actually still illegal. You can smoke.
I
in
don't
the
think
privacy.
anybody will stop you though.
You actually can get arrested. I found that out today.
That would be
What kind of
two
law?
watches on too.
Yeah, what buddy guy can't tell time? My goodness.
Tom
my
Chambers was before his time. Sam Chamey.
So,
Sam Chaney, great comment.
Speaking of things that I wasn't prepared for by Sam making that comment about Denver, let's do something Sam's not prepared for now, and let's switch gears a little bit and take a look at Sam's Twitter from the past week. Something new I wanted to talk about. And let's take a look at Sam's top 3 tweets from the past week now. Gianni, I believe you have those.
All right, we're going to play
us.
the first one. We're going to show the first one here.
Yep.
I have them separate.
Perfect. We're going to interview Sam off all 3 tweets.
All right.
All right, so the first
this will be
tweet.
the first one here.
You were selected for jury duty.
I have been, yes.
All right, so tell us, your thought process, the emotions right now going through your head.
Yeah, so this account may or may not be me. If you're somebody looking to employ me in the future, it's not me. So you can't prove it. It's not me, allegedly. Anyways, I got home yesterday and my mom brought in the postcard. She's like, you've been selected for jury duty. So I filled out a questionnaire. I'm not in an official case yet, but it was actually from the high courts is what my mom said. You've been summoned by the high court. So I don't know. Maybe a high profile case that I'll be deciding in. I don't know. I'm very excited for the opportunity. I don't really want to do it.
Right.
But if I get the chance to do it, it would honestly be torture because all I would want to do is talk about it. I'm not legally allowed to. So, yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, I just wanted to.
These are Steve's tweets. Thank you, Vince Palucci.
Yep. All right. So that was
Steve
the first
Sappos.
tweet. I just wanted to let you elaborate on that. Now
Yeah,
we'll go.
I'm really, I'm hoping it's like an O.J. Simpson, like Casey Anthony-esque trial, to where it's a historical trial, and then years down the road they're like, well, who's the jury? And I was one of the jurors. It's like, wow, like what? Like, are you, it would be a sick joke for those of you who know me. So.
Well, honestly,
what an honor that would be.
If we do an episode and Sam's not on here, it just means he's at jury duty.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
all there is to know now.
And then once that case is over, I'm going to come back and talk about it because I think I am then allowed. Maybe. We'll see.
Wait, are you allowed to talk if you're on?
Well, after the case is done, I would,
Might have to look into that.
Well, don't worry,
Don't select me,
YouTube courts. We're not going to do that just yet. All right, Gianni, on to the second tweet now, please. Sam and Steve tweeted this week at GoFlash69 that there is nothing sexier than a woman in a Subaru. Tell us how you really feel.
I don't think anyone would disagree. First of all, I drive a Subaru. I love Subaru. Subaru, if you're watching this and you're looking for a new face of the brand, for a hell of a sponsor, it's me, Sammy Subaru.
Sammy Subaru.
I do great ads. I have a ton in the file bank. If you want to contact me anywhere, I'll show you what I've got. Texas Pete, one of my first sponsors ever. They've never paid me any money, but I've made them a lot of money, and I can guarantee that.
I think we get a cover your balls custom Subaru.
Could you imagine? Brandon Ranke's been summoned too, so perhaps we'll be on the same
case. Same case.
Yeah.
Could be a prank phone call case.
Brandon, if that does happen, let's pretend we don't know each other. Yeah, Sam Chaney's mom drives a Subaru, so another. Subarus are safe cars. They're reliable. They're clean. They're slick. They're quick. And if someone's driving that, like, oh, I'm intrigued. What does this person do? They're probably interesting in some way. If anything, they're a safe person, right? They're responsible. They like to have a little fun. But they like to get where they're going. And then once they get there, hey, maybe we'll go off-road a little bit.
So just to clarify, you do think Sam Chaney's mom is hot then?
Oh, yeah. There's nothing sexier than a woman in a Subaru. It's almost like a symbol of power. So I was testing this theory. I drove past somebody and they had like cool shades on. I was looking, they had a few stickers, which if you've got a lot of stickers, I'm not a big fan, but if you have a few stickers, there are good car bumper stickers out there. I used to have one that said LSD, Lower Slower Delaware. I took that off. I thought it was a horrible idea. I'm just waiting to get pulled over with that bumper sticker. So, I mean, seriously.
Wait,
I
Sam,
drive an Impreza.
you don't have a Subaru.
I do.
He doesn't.
you have a Subaru.
All he actually has ever driven is a Subaru.
Yeah. So I'm actually hoping to be a lifelong Subaru or a Subaru lifer.
Now this next tweet is a good one too.
Well, Gianni, would you tend to agree with Sam here on the, like, if you see a woman in a Subaru, you're automatically intrigued?
I never thought about it before, but I might have to pay attention, a little bit more. And if I see a Subaru,
So
I
I
might have to
have
take a
been
little
testing
peek
that
inside.
theory, and I'm 0 for 1.
I thought you just
Well,
said
I
you
was-
saw someone.
Well, I'm 1 for 2. I'll be honest. I must have saw someone, and I'm more of just a Subaru fan. So
Oh, okay.
if you're, good-looking woman driving a Subaru, I'm your biggest fan. Well, I did the eye test. I'm looking at the back mirror. I'm like, oh, this girl might be kind of hot. She's got curly blonde hair. Cool, round black shades on, so I speed up.
Then she's
I'm
60.
trying to,
Dude.
yeah, she's like 65. I'm like, all right. So, it could be misleading, but hey, she was having a lot of fun. She was driving a Subaru.
Exactly. I do want to say though, you've matured so much over the years because back in high school, it used to be you were a big Kia Soul guy.
Yeah.
If you drove a Kia Soul, you were into them, and now you've upgraded. You've shown your maturity and your age, and now we're up to Subarus now.
I hate Kia Souls. It's like they are almost like they're hamster or gerbil. They are like the gerbil of the car world. It repopulate like it's nothing. Everyone has a Kia.
I mean, there was at one point in time.
At one point,
everybody
Kia
we
Souls-
saw had a Kia Soul.
Yeah, at one point, Kia Souls ran this country.
They did.
And look where Kia is now as a brand. So, I don't know. They did something with those Kia Souls.
They did. Well, Gianni, that brings us to his last tweet and most important tweet. We want to know how your nipples are doing. You tweeted out that you never thought you'd reach the point of running so much that your nipples started chafing. But you did clarify that you were running for the job, not for fun. Don't get you wrong.
Yeah.
So how are the nipples doing today?
They are, so this is actually my work outfit. I took off my polo, but like I got some BK. I didn't really want to cook because I saw a bat last night, and then I came back, and what did I see? A freaking bat once again, just taking a nap in my kitchen. Like, what the? I took some great videos. So my plan was I had a pot in my hand, and I was talking myself up. I was like, let's just freaking kill this thing. Like, let's get it over with. I don't want it flapping around. I was going to do a little pillow sack maneuver, shove it in, like trap it and just throw it out. Throw it outside, right? And hopefully it comes out, but I'm not helping the thing out.
Right.
But I was like, you know what? Let's just smash this thing with the pot and move on with my life. Thankfully, I resorted to calling Big Ron. As for the nipple chafing, I'm not much of a runner. I've been on a little bit of a health kick. I'm not too into it, but I am trying to lose weight. I've been jumping for FedEx because of a good friend. I'm not going to shout him out because I don't think he's watching the show.
It's unfortunate he doesn't watch this, man. We would let him say whatever he wants on here.
I would give him a shout out. But I wish him nothing but the worst. He's not going to hear that. So,
well, I'm going to text him and see if he wants to call.
Hey, Kyle, why don't you go fuck yourself, pal? Yeah, go fuck yourself. But he won't hear that. Anyways, yeah. So I would never think I'm getting to the point of chafing my nipples running, and all of a sudden I'm picking up boxes, getting to the house, and I'm like, man, like my chest is feeling kind of weird, and my nipples are just chafing. They're hard. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I've heard about it. People put tapes around their nipples for marathons, for 5Ks. I'm a marathon runner. That's what I am. It's a new era of Sam Summers. It's Sam Summers runner time. I'm not going to run for recreation. I'm going to continue to run to make money. So we'll see. I was feeling a little light at my feet today. I enjoyed the first hour of running. I hated the rest of it, but I enjoyed the first hour.
Hey, there's Jackson Township 5K Night Glow run coming up.
Maybe I'll do that. So maybe I will.
I mean, I'm running in it. So maybe
I may also be running in it.
Maybe we get cover your balls 5K run.
We'll have to see that date. But yeah, absolutely. I could be down for that.
I believe it's the 25th, right? 25th?
I'm there unless I have to coach, which, by the way, don't know.
I think it's on a Friday.
I probably will be coaching, but at the same time, I don't know. If any of my players are out there in the ball pit right now, just wanted to give a tip of the cap. Coach a 15U summer team. Love my dudes.
Loves his minors. Mitch Farnsworth, this is a life podcast, you know? Sports, life. We just like to cover balls here. Mitch, talking about his 15 new players, loves to cover balls. So, went to Jackson Township. Jackson Township's never had a problem with their coaches. So I wouldn't, if you're watching the show as a parent, I wouldn't worry about Mitch. I don't think he's that kind of guy. But he does have a show called Cover Your Balls, and he coaches your 15-year-old. So we'll see about that. We'll see about that. I had jury duty, I had nipple chafing, and I forgot to even bring it up, but I got Bat in the house. Bat in the house just rattled me.
All right, let's move on.
I do have,
Let's move on.
I think summer should begin sooner and winter begins later. So we're kind of at the point where this is summer. Like, yeah, summer starts June 21st in 6 days, but I feel like it's been summer for... let's start summer on May 25th, on May 31st, on June 1st. But this whole period to June 21st where we're denying it's not summer yet, it's a crime. It is summer. And then we're getting February, you have these 50-degree days. So let's see. When does winter start? December 21st?
Yep.
We'll start winter on January 25th. We will shorten spring, we'll bump up summer, and then fall will be maybe the longest. I don't know. I don't think anyone has a problem with that. But that is absolutely should be a thing. We need to revolve.
I really have no idea how we just got there.
No, I have no idea.
Just absolutely no correlation to what we were talking about, but I do thank you for bringing that up. I do want to announce now that the phone lines are open. The Cover Your Balls hotline is now open, 330-417.
Should we do the draft real quick?
4309. Hold on, I'm trying to let people know that we're getting back
We'll
to the
take
sports.
a couple calls. And So, we should probably talk about some sports topics so that people calling know what to talk about. But
listen, maybe some people want to talk NBA playoffs.
NBA.
Browns mini camp opened up today.
Call about anything, though.
Shane Bieber on the IL. Indians, though, 35-28, only 4.5 back in the AL Central. Maybe you want to talk about the seasons, and here we go. Already, we go right back to... Oh, whoop. Wait a second. There we go. Now we're back to the Cover Your Balls hotline and go live to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, where Noah Danke is now calling. Noah, welcome to Cover Your Balls.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. Glad to be here.
Noah, glad to have you on. What's up, man?
You called last week. And here we are.
I just want to say, Sam, I want to congratulate you on the college softball pick and picking Oklahoma. We know Mitch.
Thank you. Pick James Madison or something like that.
Whoa. I did pick James Madison, but I was proven right on the very first day of the College Softball World Series.
Oh, I didn't know they were in the World Series.
They beat Oklahoma game 1.
And that's right.
They won the championship.
That atmosphere in that stadium was something different.
Built different is what you're saying.
Built different, and that's why Oklahoma won. They have a championship mindset, and that's just going to correlate to the fall when the Sooners get it done on the football field.
So they did end up winning the championship.
Oklahoma
I paid no attention.
Yes, you didn't watch any.
Didn't watch any. Wasn't interested. Like I said, I told the callers. I told the listeners. I told the ball, but I'm probably not going to watch.
Well, Spencer Rattler. Hey, this is just getting Spencer Rattler pumped up. He's going to win the Heisman and win a national championship come the fall.
Yeah, I mean, I won't disagree here. I think Oklahoma is on the rise. I'm actually Team Oklahoma. If you've been following the show, you might be shocked.
You're a Sooners fan now. You're a Sooners fan.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We'll get you down. We'll get you down to Norman, show you around, show you the palace. Bob Stoops, the place that Stoops built. Youngstown guy. There's a lot of Ohio people down here. A lot of Browns fans, maybe front runners because Baker, but you got to deal with it.
That's all right.
I feel like a place you'd love.
Yeah, I mean, I would absolutely love to give Oklahoma a visit.
I honestly would like to give Oklahoma a visit too. Maybe do a remote pod from there. Allow Noah Danke to get back on the pod. It would be a good time, really good time. Noah, anything else? The phone lines are actually blowing up right now. Anything else?
Mitch, you're going to be very disappointed in me. I actually turned down tickets to the College World Series this weekend.
Well, on that note, Noah, we're going to go ahead and just play this one for you.
Who was on crack?
Yep.
Because that's the type of move that was.
Very appropriately, Brandon Rankin commented, "What's he smoking out in Oklahoma?"
Yes,
so he's smoking crack.
You just turned down perhaps one of the greatest College World Series we're going to see. with the 8 teams out there representing the college baseball world. You're going to miss out on opportunities like seeing Kumar Rocker and Jack Leiter for Vanderbilt, perhaps the hottest team in the country in the University of Virginia. You got Texas in there. Who else?
Texas ain't going to do nothing.
Texas will never do
Kent
anything.
State?
Kent State is not in there now.
You made the good move.
The closest team northern in the College World Series is Vanderbilt.
Oh.
So it's
Go
tough.
Vandy. I got Vandy winning it all.
I have
rise
Vandy
again.
Vandy winning it all. A lot of people are high on Tennessee, and we'll see what happens the rest of the way. But
that's who I'm rocking with. I'm rocking with the Chad Mathis pick.
Tennessee.
He came with Tennessee last. So I've been telling people pick Tennessee.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, no, since you decided to turn down tickets, we're gonna have to let you go, sir.
All right. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Noah. Wow, just great to hear.
You know what? We'll give him this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. First time caller, long time listener. So.
I mean, you picked Oklahoma. You did say you weren't going to watch. They did win it all. And all right, never mind. So hold that thought. We go right back now to Columbus, Ohio, where we now welcome in Sam Chaney. I believe this is a first-time caller on the Cover Your Balls podcast. Sam, good evening.
Hey, boys. How you doing?
Doing well, Sam. How are you?
Summers, I just want to say, before we get into it, buddy, I don't appreciate you talking about my mother like that, huh?
Well, I wasn't informed that she, drove a Subaru.
Hey, she drives a nice, brand new lease, not bought Honda CRV. She loves it. So I just want to say, first of all,
I'll take it back. Your mother is an ugly duckling.
Well, all right.
all right. Well, let's get into it a little bit. You guys see Baker pimping those homies.
I did see Baker pimping those home runs. That's my quarterback. And it looks like the Indians could probably use him in the cleanup spot right now.
Yeah. Also, it looked like Len Barker was throwing those pitches out there, I bet you.
Sam, you're really pushing your limits here as a first-time caller on Cover Your Balls. We're going to let that comment slide. If it was Mitch Farnsworth, now you would have been hung up on immediately.
Who I don't believe is called into the show.
No, he's never called into the show.
On a little more serious note, though, Denzel and Nick Chubb saying they're going to be lifetime Browns. How do you feel about that?
Listen, I'm all for Nick Chubb being a lifetime Brown.
Heard that before.
I think generational running backs are a lot harder to replace than cornerbacks. Also, Denzel is a little bit injury prone, so I'd be a little hesitant on giving him a long-time contract extension. Nick Chubb, though, give me the Chubb all day.
I think. Yeah, I mean, we got two premier running backs though. I mean, one's a Cleveland native, Willoughby South High School, having his camp this week. Maybe give him a shot too, huh? You got to pay one big. You got to pay one big.
I think that both of them will stay. I think that they truly want to stay in Cleveland. I don't think Kareem would leave. I think he's yeah.
From what I've seen, I think he's here for 2 more years on a low deal, but got to lock Chubb up. I agree, but not at the expense of the team,
that is true, but in my opinion, there's about 4 guys in this team you can't replace. One is Nick Chubb. The other one's Baker Mayfield. Probably going to be the greatest quarterback of all time. Other one, Myles Garrett. And then after that, honestly, though.
Kevin Stefanski.
Well, he's not a player. I said player. After that, though, probably Wyatt Teller. Best guard in football.
Well, I don't think Wyatt Teller will be a Cleveland Brown after this year.
I don't either, which kind of sucks. Yeah. Best guard in football.
Don't mind me just changing a cord.
Hey, I will say about Wyatt Teller, he's one ugly duckling, but man, does he have a hot girl.
Oh, man.
You guys seen that?
It just goes to show you, Sam Chaney, that you don't have to be the best looking. It is all about what's on the inside and how much money you have in your bank account.
Yeah. Well, Sam, you're looking you're almost looking as big as Wyatt Teller now these days.
Yeah, I've been
lifting 500 or something like that. 600, it may have even been.
500, a little bit of a weak deadlift there, but yeah, man. Trying to get after it, Summers. You got to come down and have a nice lift with me. Remember a little Planet Fitness.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sam, I'd like to come down and get a lift with you too. Maybe we go live from Planet Fitness.
Ooh.
We'll go live Planet Fitness. Get out of there after about 30 minutes and go live at the bar too, huh?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. The only thing that sucks right now is if you're watching live on YouTube, you can see Sam would not be able to get in right now because he has a jug. Now I heard he would be classified as a lunk if he showed up to Planet Fitness. Is that true, Sam Chaney?
Yeah, that's true. You're goddamn right about that.
You'd set off the lunk alarm, and here he goes.
Let's go.
Here he goes and opens the jug and gets a swig and puts it down. Sam Chaney, calling from Columbus, Ohio. Anything else you'd like to get off your chest tonight, Sam?
No, man. I think that's about it. Gonna continue to watch the show. Didn't even know this was a thing.
Oh.
And two of my favorite people. So I appreciate you guys having me on.
Wow.
Hey, well, thank you very much,
Thank you very
Sam,
much,
for the
Sam.
call. We appreciate the love, and you're welcome to call back anytime. And who knows, maybe we'll get you on the pod live.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, nice guest appearance. I love that.
Everybody loves a nice
celebrity
guest
shot.
appearance. Yeah,
Go
why not?
Browns.
Why not? All right, Sam Chaney. Hey, as always, take it easy, stay safe, and make sure you don't get a foul ball in the face at the Lake County Captains game like Josh Goff. We'll see you soon.
All right, fuck Brandon Rinke. See ya.
All right.
Wow. Well,
Jeez.
okay. Go on.
Wow. Oh
my.
Oh, no.
Oh, my.
Shit. Oh, son of a.
That's the one you want to play?
Hey, thank you, Sam Chaney, for the call. Excellent call.
Great call.
There we go.
There it is.
Great call.
Another
Round of applause.
for Sam Chaney.
Round of applause.
Wow. I'm not going to lie, guys. It's actually blowing up tonight. The comment section. Not as many calls tonight, but I will say 3 calls so far. Justin in Indianapolis, Noah in Oklahoma City in Oklahoma, and then Sam Chaney in Columbus, Ohio. It just shows you that we can actually make it out globally right now.
And, I'd say if anyone in the ball pit has any questions for our callers, we got about 10, 11 people in the ball pit right now. So if anyone has any questions for any of the callers, don't be shy.
I mean, we're waiting here. While we're waiting for the next caller, though, I do want to just remind everybody out there, as you can see on my jersey, it says Dickie, Lil Dicky.
No free ads.
His new show, Dave, Season 2, premieres tomorrow on FX, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
show.
Folks, if you haven't yet, go watch Season 1 and then tune into Season 2 every Wednesday at 10 p.m.
series.
Eastern. Phenomenal show. Sam and I will probably
They are
talk
doing
about
ads right now, so Little Dicky,
Not only do I have your jersey,
Man.
love your music, although you do need to come out with a new album. It's been about 8 years since you dropped a song, or an album, excuse me. You dropped a couple singles.
This was kind of his plan. I think he's showing that right now.
I honestly think he's going to drop a mega album at the end of Season 2. I really do.
Oh,
that's what my
mega
hunch is
album.
telling me.
Yeah.
Okay, mega album isn't didn't
Maybe
Drake,
he'll make another hit single about a small penis. I think that's very...
My Dick Sucks.
Yeah.
Is what it was called. My Dick Sucks.
My
We
Dick
got
sucks.
a question in the chat. Sam, when is some merch coming? Do we want some Cover Your Balls merch? Is that
Yeah, I mean...
something we should start
So
designing?
we're kind of hoping the fans start, growing in numbers, and you guys just start donating on top of donations. So keep on giving us your money. Start giving us your money, and we will give something for you. We said that Season 1. This is what Season 1?
I think he's talking about
Cover Your
Dave.
Balls?
Oh,
Dave?
he's talking about Dave, a.k.a. Lil Dicky, dropping an album after Season 1. I know, Brandon, we did say that about Season 1, but
I'm just hoping to see more of that music video from the last episode. Bite off a guy's dick. You know what I'm talking about?
we did watch that here together.
Yeah,
We were extremely
with your mother.
confused. That was very, very, confusing.
Comeback blue
intriguing.
shirts are something we should do.
Comeback blue shirts.
Yeah.
You could do that with
Yeah.
your own money.
Okay.
We will not. I will as now the owner, after Jordan has decided to go other ways. I will not approve that. I will approve more calls though from anybody in the ball pit. I don't care if you have nothing to say. Just call in, make fun of me, make fun of Sam, say hey. Yeah, that's about where I'm at with this right now. Sam, while we wait for another call, before we get to the draft, let's talk about the Cleveland Indians, or the Cleveland Baseball Club, or the Cleveland Natives, or the Cleveland Blues, or the Cleveland Lajoies, or the Cleveland Guardians, or the Cleveland Spiders. What are you not? You're not even listening.
You're talking to me?
You're the only one named Sam on this show.
I'm pumping out the number. Swipe up. I'm a huge fan of the Cleveland Blues. I like the Cleveland Naps.
I'm Uncola.
Yeah.
Well, okay, all right. Well, I know that you say you like these names, but now we go to Willoughby, Ohio, to a number I don't have in my phone. So, mystery caller, hello, you're live on Cover Your Balls.
A prank caller. Hey, you listen here, caller.
Sounds like he's blowing bubbles.
What is that? Yeah. What?
Oh my, we've never had this on. I didn't get the number off in time. Here, give me the rest. We'll see who it is.
Let's go ahead and see who this caller is due to our hefty...
Oh my. Wow. It'd be a shame if we clip that and put it on the internet somehow. Absolutely appalling that caller just did that. This person may have caddied for Baker Mayfield and Travis Kelce over the weekend. So if you know who that is, why don't you go to his Instagram and just blow up his comment section with very disgraceful remarks. Maybe not about him, but just disgraceful remarks in general. So he has to delete all of them.
Uncalled for.
Unprofessional. Unbelievable.
I was really intrigued there to go to Willoughby. I've been to Willoughby a couple times before, a lot of times before actually. Willoughby's a good city, nice place to be. Now it has a bad taste in my mouth after that one.
Yeah,
I
just
soiled it.
Soiled it.
As SpongeBob.
Soiled it. It unfortunately.
And that was Jake Paul. If you didn't know who that was actually Jake Paul.
Jake
who called
Paul.
in. Yeah. Thank you, Jake Paul. So.
We'll clip that and say Jake Paul calls into the country.
Yep, absolutely. Unbelievable.
You hate to see it, is what that is. You really hate to see it. Basically, this is what I have to say to that caller.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
As Bruce Drennan would say, you're an idiot.
Wow.
It's just ridiculous here.
So why don't we just go towards the draft? We'll start this draft, and then we'll if more people call in, we'll Let's
try to get through the draft here.
Well, go ahead and get through the draft, Sam. I know you're really
Maybe you explain the draft here, Sam.
Yeah. So I mean, if you've been watching for a real long time, the Cover Your Balls has always been doing top 4 at 4, something along those lines, and people just love doing drafting anything. Basically anyone is doing this at this point. If you want to say it's copying someone, go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, it's humanity, so we're just copying off of other humans for the past 80,000 years, you big Dumbo. Anyways, today's draft, I would say, what are we doing? 4 or 5 names?
We can do 5 names.
5 names. Okay, so we'll...
sorry, it was a little distracting.
We were calling somebody.
Oh no, I was not calling anybody.
Yeah. So that to no one's surprise. Anyways, we're doing the old man name draft. Old man names that should be brought back. I don't think you need an example. If you do need an example, I don't know. Think of someone from the 1910s. What is their name? What is the coolest name that should be brought back? I know I have a list. Gianni, are you participating in this draft?
No, I'm not.
So it's just Mitch and I. I have honorable mentions. Anything you need. I don't know if you will be able to beat me in this draft. But Mitch, I know you wanted the first pick. You threw a big fat sissy fit earlier over being able to. Yes.
Now I want to make sure my mic's unmuted here when I'm talking. But there was quite the debate in the Cover Your Balls text group chat earlier on who would get the first pick, and it sounds like Mitch won that argument.
Well, not only did I win that argument, but then we did say 7 o'clock tonight. Sam showed up at 7:11, and
Sam was 10 minutes late.
We will issue the suspension coming down from the commissioner, and with that, before we go ahead, I'm actually on an email chain right now that is talking about something regarding a job I have and getting a headshot, and there's one person who just hit reply all. People that hit reply all to emails, there's a special place for you. Yeah. And I'm not going to say hell because I'm not going to go that far. And I'm not going to say heaven, though, because there's also just not a place for you there either. But if you hit reply all in company-wide emails, you suck. And it's as simple as that. Now, back to the topic at hand. So we're going...
I'm a big fan of if somebody does reply all, I do an ironic reply all back. Like, thanks, Jim. Or something like that.
This guy's named Dale. Should I just reply all?
Thanks, Dale.
Shut up, Dale.
Yeah, that would actually be a big hit. I think a lot of people would want to say
shout out to Dale.
No, not shout out to Dale.
Dale should call in.
No, Dale doesn't even know who I am. That's the thing. But Dale just pissed me off because he hits reply all in emails. All right, just he's
You
not
should
a
ask
first.
for his number.
Yeah, so again, today's draft, it's a little bit of a weird one. We're just drafting names. We're doing old man names that should be brought back. Mitch, why don't you just go ahead and lead it off? We know you're number one.
With you know my number one. With the first pick in the old name draft, I select the name Eugene. The name Eugene is near and dear to my heart. It is actually my middle name. My grandfather's name was Eugene. It's just an old time name. So Eugene is going number one overall.
Respectable.
I don't think anyone wants the name Eugene back. I've actually never met anybody cool named Eugene. So Eugene Balla can suck it, if I'm being honest with you.
You know, to Mitch's point, you know, I will say I had a pretty cool college professor when I was at Stark State whose name was Eugene. He was a pretty dope guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Yeah.
My grandpa was also a very
Fry
dope guy.
Cook
He actually
School, yeah.
served our country overseas.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out to Eugene
Wow,
McKelly.
what a hero, Eugene. No, Eugene Kelly? Never mind.
Yep.
Thank you, Eugene Kelly. Yeah, so I guess, you know, I don't really think anyone in the ball pit's going to be naming their child Eugene. I don't think, Mitch, if you have a child,
I don't
their
have a
name
child.
will be Eugene.
I don't have a child that I know about.
With
and I
my
hope I don't
first
have a
pick,
child.
I think I'm taking the obvious answer here. I think this would be on a lot of people's lists. Maybe not the number one, but I have a very, very, very great second round pick. I'm going with Gay. Gay can be a male name. Gay can be a female name. But there were a lot of great gays back in the day. We need more gays here
do you
in the
have any
21st century.
examples
We don't have
of-
enough gays.
No, but do you have an example?
I mean,
of
there are
anyone-
not enough gays out in this world.
Do you have an example of anyone who was named that?
Well, yeah, I mean, gay is a name. I'll just gay name. That might not be a good, you know. Yeah, gay. Alternatively, G-A-E-Y is a male or female given name. This 795th, gay.
Are there any famous people named gay out there?
Okay, so we've got Gay Nor, Gay Nell, Gay Lord Perry, famous MLB pitcher for the Indians. So I guess gay is the 795th most popular male name, and it's the 1295th most popular female name. Famous gays over the years. Looks like we have Freddie Mercury, Ellen DeGeneres. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted.
That's the wrong list.
People like the name Gay. William Gay.
It's the wrong list.
Let's bring back gays. We need more gays. And if you think I'm being some kind of phobic, fuck you. I mean, seriously.
We're talking about names here, people.
I'm talking about names. We need more gays.
You know what? You know, it's Pride Month, so shout out.
Pride Month.
Shout out to everyone named gay and who is gay.
Absolutely. Shout out to all of the gays. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to every human being, unless you're a shitbag. Go be whatever you want to be and go do whatever you want to do. Because apparently, we're not allowed to do whatever, even though we're just animals living on a planet. But so yeah, I'm going with gay. My number one. When I'm doing this list, I go Gay Summers. Every single one of my name, I use the word Summers after it to see, hey, how does this fit? Gay Summers,
Brandon
first
Ranke.
kid. Never heard of anyone being named Gay. Well, I think you should do your research. So, number one pick,
Mitch?
Gay.
What are we thinking for pick two?
I believe we're doing snake draft though. Am I right, Sam? So don't
No,
you-
well, there's only two, so go ahead.
back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh, back and forth. All right. So I already have Eugene as my top old-fashioned name, or as people like to call it, retro. Actually, on my list, I had Dale. Unfortunately, Dale has been banned because he hit reply all.
Elgin
email.
Gay Baylor? Ever heard of him?
Excuse me, we're talking about
Hopper?
my pick. We're talking about my pick right
yeah,
now.
we're
okay?
on the. We've moved on. We've moved on.
All right, we've moved on. So Dale has actually been crossed off from my list because
Yeah,
he simply hit
fuck
reply
Dale.
all on email. Dale's a terrible name. So now, with the second pick in the old-fashioned name draft, my team selects Walter. Walter is an old-fashioned name.
That's a reach.
I just, Walter is my second pick.
That's a big, big, big reach. So yeah, I mean, Mitch, let's go ahead and famous Walters over there. We got Walter White.
Well, fictional character, but
Well, it's still a Walter. It's a name. People have fictional characters have a name. We got Walter Mondale. Walter Mondale ran against somebody. He ran against somebody. I don't know. Former vice president candidate. Walt Frazier. Pardon me. Walter Cronkite. Everybody knows him. Senator from Missouri, it looks like. Or no, I'm sorry. born in St. Joseph, Missouri, does something on TV. Walt Disney, that's a big miss on my part. Walt Whitman.
Walt Disney's that's a power
Walter
play.
Johnson.
It's hard to beat.
I like that pick. Walt Frazier. Some people would say it's a reach.
Well, how about you just get back to your
Mitch goes Eugene.
What's your name?
What's your pick?
Mitch goes, so I went Gay with my number 1 and my number 2.
that.
I'm going Guy. I'm changing one letter here. I'm going with Guy. Guy Summers, Gay Summers. You try to beat that duo, huh?
Guy Fieri?
I just had a couple of...
Yeah, Guy Fieri.
Well, Guy Fieri's a character. I mean, first
Not
of
really
all...
old school, though.
Well, I don't think that's his real name. Let's see. Well... Born in 1968, so we'll take off Gay. If you guys want to try to sell pencils here, we'll take off Gay with my Guy. I'm sorry, so we'll keep Gay, get rid of Guy. You went Walter. I'm going Wilbur. I'll go Wilbur with my number 2.
I like that.
That is an old one. I like that pick.
Wilbur, I like that.
I'm a big Charlotte's Web guy. Big Charlotte. So that's the pig's name in Charlotte's Web. It's not Charlotte. For those of you who...
Wilbur Summers.
Yeah, Wilbur Summers. Maybe not my best work. I would maybe, if someone, Williams, maybe Wilbur Williams.
All right.
Wilbur Thompson wouldn't be bad.
Yep.
Wilbur Jones, even. So, I'll look up famous Wilburs. Mitch, why don't you go ahead and do your third pick as I look up... Yeah, your third pick.
With the third pick in the old-fashioned draft, I select... the name Francis. The male name Francis, I believe, is an old-fashioned name that should be brought back. However, not to be outdone by Francis Dylan Dingler. As you people would know him around here, it's Dylan Dingler. His first name is actually Francis. I found
Maybe
out.
we get him on the pod at some point.
Found that out
in.
when he was my quarterback when I played football when I was in 4th grade. Shout out to the St. Louis Rams. We went winless that year. Just one of the best teams of all time in the history of Jackson youth football. And then actually, also a big congrats to Dill being promoted to Double-A. 366 days since he had been drafted, so a year and 1 day exactly. Dylan was promoted from high single-A to Double-A to the Erie Seawolves.
At least they know what they're doing with him. I mean, geez, it's not hard to tell that he should be in probably AAA already.
Hey, maybe we'll try to pull some strings. Dylan, I don't know if you're watching. But
he's not. He's playing right now. He's hitting cleanup tonight for the Erie Seawolves.
Gotcha. Well, maybe we even try to get him on the pod. Try to pull some strings.
Try to get him on the Indians.
Try to get him to call in a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I will see. I'll see him next Wednesday when the Erie Seawolves travel to Akron.
The Cleveland Indians are morons for not selecting Francis Dingler.
They had the chance,
the 25th or 26th pick.
Twice.
You're morons, Indians. Seriously, we need a catcher. We need a first baseman. We need an outfielder. Kid could do it all, and seriously. So shout out to the Detroit Tigers. Got a steal. Rooting for him.
Can't wait to see him torture the tribe for years to come.
Yeah. Seriously, I really what a miss by. Not only the Cleveland Indians, but
everybody else in Major League Baseball. Go ahead with your third pick, Sam.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take Amos with my third pick.
Amos, that's an interesting one.
I looked up famous Wilburs, and they're not many. Probably because it's an older name. You don't know a lot of so famous Amos.
Now, would you say that if there's nobody famous, would you say that's better?
Well, yeah, I would say it's better. So we got Gay, we got Wilbur, and then I have Amos. You might know famous Amos, the cookie. So that's already.
Well, isn't that spelled differently?
Well, it's
Amos.
It's the same one. We've got
how does that work?
Famous Amos, or it could be famous Amos. I don't know. By Wally. Okay, so I don't know. Amos, my third pick. I believe there's like an Adrian Amos. Someone Amos plays for the Bears. He's pretty good. I drafted him with my Madden franchise. So.
Shout out to the Madden season.
Yeah, those were fun.
Shane Kelly, Jake Fearley, Justin Johnson, my buddy Jason Prill, myself. Those were a lot of fun times. Had some classic matchups in there. Going back to the draft now, with my fourth pick in the old-fashioned name draft, I select the name Arthur.
Wow.
Arthur is my fourth pick. Arthur is a very old-fashioned name, retro name. And right now, I feel that I'm one name away from rounding out a perfect starting five, but I also have to pick a sixth man, as we know.
Keith. Ryan Smith, hey. Ryan Smith, thanks for tuning in from Nordonia. So
First time listener?
yeah, probably first time listener. So
She should make a first time
Could
caller.
be a first-time caller.
330-417-4309.
yeah, absolutely. Hey, actually, I gave him the number. So number 4 here, I'm going to take a little bit of an untraditional route here. Mitch has this in the bag. That's bullshit. Gay, Wilbur, Amos. Maybe I should. I'm going Fido. I'm sticking to my guts. I'm going to an older. How many dogs named Fido do you know? And by the way, dogs die much more quicker than human beings. So their names can be recycled, and there hasn't been a good Fido. I mean, there hasn't been a good Fido throughout my whole entire lifetime. I don't even think millennials enjoy Fido.
You did say it didn't have to be a person's name.
So let's not let Fido die with the baby boomers. Me, not much of a dog person yet. I would enjoy getting a dog when I'm more responsible. But if you know me, I'm an outrage. I can't even take care of myself. So I'm gonna get a dog and name it Fido one day, and I hope you do too. We got Gay, we got Wilbur, we got Amos, and we got Fido. I don't know how Mitch has this in the bag by any means. I don't think people saw Fido coming out of the woodwork.
I think I'm about to put this one away. I believe I do have it in the bag. Don't forget, though, we have to pick a sixth for a sixth man off the bench.
Oh, okay.
So rounding out my starting 5 now, we already have Eugene, Walter, Francis, Arthur, and with the 5th pick of the retro/old name draft, I select the name Clarence. Clarence is rounding out my starting 5.
Clarence lives at home with both parents, and Clarence's parents have a real nice marriage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Little 8 Mile reference.
Yeah, a little 8 Mile reference. Everyone from the
those of you at
313,
home.
put your mother effing hands up and follow me. So, thank you. Shout out to my real ones. All my people riding the school bus in your suburbs in your 5th grade, blasting Eminem like you got a real problem in life. That was totally me, and I think that was you too. So
Who's going to round out your...
yeah, I'm getting a lot of hate in the chat here.
Actually, no, I think Noah's actually got you in the lead.
Yeah, well, I've been Noah's biggest fan.
Noah's a moron.
He's not a moron. Let's actually give Noah home run pitch. So,
wait, excuse me. Can you make your pick really quick? We'll go ahead and make this pick. We have a caller calling in.
shit.
So while you make
You still
this,
got to get to the who has bigger balls.
we will get to that. But Sam, go ahead and make your pick for your starting
Okay,
5
so
here
with
before we
my,
go to
I
the
got
hotline.
Gay, I got Wilbur, I got Amos, I got Fido. I'm going Artemis, number 5. Let's take Artemis. That's real old. Artemis, that's right.
That's a good one.
So Artemis, we now go back to the Cover Your Balls hotline where we welcome in Nate from Jackson. Nate, you're live on the air.
Well, hey, what's going on, boys? How we all doing?
Doing great right now, Nate. We're just doing a draft of old-fashioned names, starting 5 for both Sam and I.
I mean, so here, I want to do a little off-topic kind of my point of view on some things when it comes to some Cleveland Indians baseball. You ready for this one?
Hold on, Nate. Could you give us a quick, what's an old name that should be brought back?
What do you mean an old name that should be brought back?
So like for me, I had here's my starting 5: Eugene, Walter, Francis, Arthur, and Clarence is my starting 5.
All right,
now.
I got one. What about Randall?
Randall. That's a good one.
I like that.
Now Lori Withers is calling.
Well, we'll have to get back to Lori because we have Nate on the hotline right now. So Nate, go ahead. What did you want to talk about with some Cleveland Indians? You said.
Yeah, just currently watching them, put a little hurting on the Orioles right now. But there's just one missing key to this team I've noticed this year, and I think this team will never be the same without Tyler Naquin being on the team.
I think I'd have to agree with you there, Nate. We're definitely missing some outfield presence right now.
Yeah, and I think the only way to really fix that would be to hire Nate's favorite all-time baseball coach, Len Barker. I think Nate's been asking for that to be done for years, and Nate actually said,
okay over there, Nate?
Yeah, I think Nate, are you okay? You choking on something over there?
I'm good.
Good to hear.
Just trying to hold it together.
See how emotional he's getting already because of how much Len Barker means to him. A lot of people would consider Bill Gamble greatest coach of all time. A lot of people that Nate grew up, influenced him in the community. But no, Nate, to this day, will go to his grave fighting that Len Barker
Woody Smith
is the greatest college baseball coach in the history of college baseball. And he's actually starting to petition for the Cleveland Indians to rename their team name the Cleveland Fighting Lenny Barkers.
Wow, way to expose me live on the pod.
Jeez. How about the Cleveland Barkers?
Oh,
It's actually not too bad.
Wow. This got me so emotional that, really opened my eyes about what you just said, that I'm going to have to hop off this call and really reconsider a few things. And I appreciate you having me on, man. But, wow, this really just got me in a whole different feel emotionally and mentally. So I might have to hop off and just go figure a few things out, boys.
all right. That sounds good, Nate. We thank you for the call on
like we got
episode
another
54 of your
call from Willoughby, Ohio.
Yeah, so here we go right back to the hotline now. We have another call from Willoughby, Ohio. Hello, caller. You're live.
What did my name come up as?
First time it came up as Lori, and now you are your phone number, which I don't want to read out on the air because I don't want people to just randomly call you.
Thank you.
Of course. So you're
What are
live
we
on Cover
talking
Your
about
Balls.
here? What are we talking about? We're talking baseball. We're talking old names.
We're
Both.
talking whatever you want to talk about.
Whatever you want to talk about.
All right. Let's go with favorite kind of birth control.
I would say pull out would be my favorite kind of birth control. Not a big economy. I think the old natural way, Mitch.
So old names, huh?
Old names. That exactly what our caller was talking about. I believe he recommended Otis is what I heard.
Otis.
Yeah, I did
Otis.
hear that.
Is that true, caller?
Otis? Who's Otis?
That's an old name you recommended.
Oh, I didn't recommend Otis. All right, I got an old name. This might offend people, but I feel like Adolf Hitler just kind of ruined it for everyone.
You know what? Because we had an Andrew Adolf that we went to school with.
I think Adolf's. You went to school with Adolf?
Yeah, we went to school with an Adolf.
This podcast is going to be called Off the Rails.
I really think he just kind of ruined it for everyone.
I can
Not a
agree
bad
with
one.
that. I can agree on
I
that.
would have to agree. Let's play individuals, not groups.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. It's kind of like how somebody once ruined the name Helen. Helen Keller.
Helen Keller.
Helen Keller. She ruined the name Helen for everybody.
Well, she's also not real. So.
I agree. Thank you. There's a huge
No shot.
conspiracy
Oh,
theory
God.
that needs to be talked about in the next episode of Cover Your Balls. Helen Keller is not a real person.
Right.
And if she is, it was all an act.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't be blind and deaf in the 1800s. You're not going to
And you
survive.
can't be blind,
Yeah.
deaf, and mute. No way.
They're just going to kill you. All right, caller.
All right.
That was an interesting call.
We thank the caller for calling in.
Thank you, TJ.
Little sketch.
Sam, I believe it's your pick for old names as we get back to that before we round up the show tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. So I took Artemis. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, are you starting to doubt?
I've got
are you
Gay.
starting to doubt your
I've got
picks?
Wilbur. I've got Amos.
Wait, hold on.
I've
hold
got
on.
Fido.
We have Nate Rarick, I believe, regrouped and is calling back in now. Nate, you're live on the air once again.
Hey, after hopping off the call, I thought of something else I wanted to say, contributing back to the old names. This one specifically is for Mr. Summers. I think he's going to really enjoy this one. But what about Alonzo?
Yeah, absolutely. So Nate, when you called, I was like, should I take Alonzo? I wasn't really thinking about the name. Should I take Aurora? I don't know. And that's what I'm going to take with my number 6. I'm taking the pick, Mr. Alonzo Yost. I'm doing the full name. I'm doing the full name.
Shot, as you could say.
Celebrity shot.
So for my 6th pick, I'm doing full name, Mr. Alonzo Yost. Mr. Alonzo Yost, if you're still out there, if you're listening, if you're watching, hey, it's great to see you. I hope to hear from you, actually. We will very gladly take you on the podcast. Hope you're still doing art. I'm still doing my critiques. So I thank you, Mr. Alonzo Yost, for inspiring me to be the person I am today. Thank you, Nate.
Hey, no problem.
How about this? How about Blossom?
That was very nice of you to say. That was great.
How do you feel about the name Blossom?
Well, I don't think that's a great name. Great name.
Bang.
What about Andrew Dickens?
Andrew Dickens. I don't know. I haven't ever heard that name.
All right,
All right, Nate.
All right.
Thank you, Nate.
We'll move on to our next caller who's now calling the hotline. We go to East Cleveland, where Brandon is calling.
East of Cleveland.
Oh, East of Cleveland.
East
I
of
apologize. Brandon, you're now live on the Cover Your Balls hotline.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're talking old-fashioned names. I got 2 of them that were bugging me a little bit that I thought should have been on there that weren't.
Okay.
All right, so as number 1, I got Ferdinand.
Oh, that's
Wow.
a good one. That's a good one.
Ferdinand Magellan.
Ferdinand.
That's
in the
number
bowl.
1. Yep. Number 2 is Cecil. I feel like that's a very old grandpa name. I
Cecil.
feel like that's been lost.
Great
Those are
name.
2 good
Cecil.
picks, I will say.
Cecil Fielder.
And whenever I hear Cecil, I run out of Seesaw.
Seesaw.
One of my all-time favorite playgrounds.
Yes, absolutely. Seesaws are a lot of fun.
It's great for the kids.
Brandon, before we let you go, we want to make sure that one, you're going to keep it tuned in here to Cover Your Balls as we go ahead and transition to the Who Has Bigger Balls segment. But Brandon, anything else you want to get off tonight?
I just want to say that I felt very disrespected by Samuel Pete Cheney earlier in the show. Very uncalled for.
Time to retort.
Yeah. Also, Sam Summers, I wasn't a big fan of the names list. Terrible take there.
A lot of hate
Terrible
on
take there.
Sam's list. And, here,
wasn't
we're
a
going to
big
switch
fan.
it. Here, I will say we're going to have a poll out on Twitter either tomorrow or after the show late tonight. And, people in the ball pit and fans can vote on who had the better list.
We'll
and
do
announce that winner
retweet
next
for
week.
Mitch, like for Sam.
All I hope for
No,
is
it'll be a
that
Twitter poll.
Summers has a better bigger balls candidate.
What,
Hopefully he gets
Brandon?
it up there.
What didn't you like about
yeah.
my list? What was the name?
I just thought Mitch's list was a lot better.
So you're not a fan.
I
You're not a
expected
fan of
more.
gays. Is what we're hearing.
Whoa!
Okay.
I don't think I've ever heard of anybody's first name being gay. That's all I
Gaylord
got.
Perry.
His name's Gaylord, not gay.
Gaylord though, not gay.
Listen, I
Or
delivered
guy.
to somebody named Gay the other day.
Who?
Ask your grandparents. I bet they grew up.
I would
with-
ask my grandparents if I could.
Wow.
Well, why don't you go ask Eugene? Because it's such a great name. Why don't you go ask him?
That's
And Guy, I only
Yeah.
know one guy. Only one guy. Guy Fieri or Guy Fieri, whatever you want to call
All
him.
right.
The
Well,
only guy I know.
as we know, I didn't take Guy. I took Wilbur instead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wilbur. Okay. Regardless.
All right,
All right,
Brandon.
well, Brandon,
I
thank
hope
you.
for a
Stay-
bigger balls candidate.
All right, sounds good. We're going to transition there really quick. Actually, want to do a
I think
first.
someone's yelling at me.
First time thing before we transition there, Gianni. What has turned out to be an absolute wild episode of Cover Your
Yes.
Balls.
Absolutely wild. And seems people are loving it. We got 14 people in the ball pit
Wow,
here.
unbelievable! I think this is probably
You know what?
an all-time high for
You know
finishing
what?
out the
This
show.
is what we have for the ball pit right
Yeah.
now. A huge applause
Big applause for everyone.
to the
in
people
ball
in the ball pit right now. Huge applause.
Thank
huge
you,
applause.
thank you.
And
All right, here we go.
all right, but we're gonna we have our first voicemail.
Here we go.
Before
Ooh, I
we
like
get
that.
we have
Perfect.
our first voicemail here.
my.
Let's go to the voicemail hotline. People, that's right. If you ever want to call in when the show's not on the air, just make sure you detail that your voicemail is for Cover Your Balls, and we'll play them the next time. So here's our first voicemail ever.
What the hell is this, Mitch? You're a show that takes calls, but then you send me right to voicemail. I mean, that's just bullshit. I'll tell you what right now. That's
know what?
the last time you'll catch me watching this
This
show.
isn't live.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what a threat! What a threat!
All your old names suck, man. You got to have Gertrude and Barbara in there.
It's the Sam Summers effect. Thank you, George C. Thank you, George C.
So, that voicemailer, he can go down the dial if he so chooses. If
Yeah.
he's so upset with us, he can
mean,
go
what-
up or down the dial.
Yeah.
We're doing just fine here and Cover Your Balls tonight, episode 54.
Yeah.
Just an appalling voicemail. I apologize to anybody that was offended by that. Sam, I know that kind of
That
got
was
you
tough.
going.
That was tough to listen to.
That was tough.
Yeah, I mean, he called on earlier in the show, and we just weren't taking callers.
It's just very,
Wanted to
very.
say something about
There's
the
got to be
Clippers.
some kind of structure and rules set
Right.
to the show.
I wanted to apologize to Blake Griffin. I completely forgot to wear her jersey today. Took a prop involving
Speaking of jerseys,
allegedly. Oh yeah, why don't you show the new jersey?
got my Harambe jersey back
Rest
here.
in peace.
R.I.P. to Sam and I's,
Our sweet prince. Everyone.
Our sweet prince. This is a now collectible. I literally had somebody ask me already if I'd sell this to them. It's not for sale. It never will be for sale.
Guy Beam.
Once in a lifetime.
Ex-ballot season.
Shout out.
Pumped about.
That is a shout out to Guy Beam. As some may know, that is
So I can
Dr.
keep-
Disrespect on YouTube.
So I can't
Shout
keep
out.
my. Oh, didn't know that. What's too? Oh, I guess the Bucks are up right now. The Bucks are up 11. I had no clue they were even playing. What is Blake Griffin?
So what are we thinking
doing?
now? Do we want to get into who has bigger balls?
Hey,
or?
hey, Blake Griffin, why don't you do something,
Oh,
pal?
wow.
Why don't you get to it? 2 rebounds?
Oh, see, we got
Pass
Brandon
the
Ranky
rock.
in the chat asking who's got bigger
We're
balls.
going to get
Pass
there.
the rock.
Before we move there, Gianni, I would just like to update that Dylan Dingler in his first at bat tonight singled off the wall on a 3-0 count for the Erie
Applause.
So pretty slow.
Wolves. Dylan Dingler, man, already hitting cleanup
Round
tonight
of applause.
for Erie. Just, guys, it's not going to be long.
Why don't you
before-
just take him to AAA? I mean, let's
Just-
be honest. Who's their?
Here, let's play the audio. Can we play the audio, Gianni? Is this going to get us in trouble?
No, we
we'll
should
be
be
All right,
fine.
here's the audio.
Plays football, though. 3-0. This one ripped out to left field. Smith and Jigba on the run. He won't get it. Bounces up against the wall. Dingler rounding first. And he will hold with a base hit.
I mean, that was such a hard hit. It was only a single.
On a 3-0 count, guys,
football, though.
this man
3-0,
is going
this
to
one
be an
ripped out.
issue for years to come.
Well, the Tigers are about to be a big issue, which is unbelievable that the Tigers are going to be that good so soon. Or we'll see. I guess we'll see. But I mean, they got Dylan Dingler and what's that guy's Isaac Pedres?
We gotta try to get Ding on the pod.
We will try to do that, and shout out to Husky Oz. So, Gianni, without further ado, let's wrap up this episode. And
Single
you
off the
already,
wall, sit him down. I agree. Get some speed, Dingler.
Gianni, you already know what time it is.
Who has bigger balls?
Who has bigger balls? Folks, tonight I have finally brought a candidate to the table. Sam claims he has another, top-notch candidate. I, however, think I have someone to rival him. But, as always, Sam.
Well, Mitch, why don't you
had-
go?
No,
You've
whoa.
given the people nothing but stinkers for the past 4 weeks with your Cover the Balls candidate. I think it's like about time I get my due. Let's see what you have here.
Well, Sam, for my Who Has Bigger Balls candidate, we travel down south. To what state? The state that always produces some of the best candidates when it comes to Who Has Bigger Balls, and that is the state of Florida. Future home of Brandon Ranky. He actually loves the state of Florida so much. But this is the type of trouble you find yourself in when you go to Florida. A naked Florida woman completely trashed an Outback by smashing a zillion wine bottles and glasses while completely naked. That's right, an Osceola woman was charged with aggravated battery after being found naked and erratically throwing alcohol bottles at Outback and Moho Grill near Silver Springs. An Ocala Police Department officer responded to the Moho Grill on Silver Springs Boulevard because of a 53-year-old Tina Kindred, shout out to Tina, acting out of control. The report stated the female was topless and banging on tables and windows. Kindred had flipped over a few tables and was last seen trying to get into a customer's car while naked. Kindred was found driving recklessly in the parking lot before exiting the parking lot, according to the sheriff's report. So Tina got completely naked in an Outback, smashed all their wine bottles, and then acted recklessly throughout the restaurant, and then tried to steal someone's car.
And we do have an image to put in your head that will get burned in there forever. For this image, we're actually going to have to put up the custom Cover Your Balls sensor bars before anything. And there you go. There's
Tina.
the image of Tina.
And as you can see in the background, some gentlemen...
53?
53.
Looking good for 53.
I agree.
Let's
I
go,
agree.
Tina.
As you see in the background, though, some gentleman was already filming her.
Oh, yeah.
Would love to know where that video is. Would love to see her, what they said was smashing a zillion.
Yeah, I would love to see that man get a felony for committing a felony. So, honestly, if you haven't done this out in the Outback, grow up. Go live a little bit. I found myself naked in an Outback, breaking glasses and crying many of times.
I think it's kind of normal.
I take pride in it. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm at an Outback? What a night. What a night. So Tina Kendrick.
Strong. That's a strong submit.
Yeah.
You must admit, Sam.
Yeah, I was a good candidate. I think it was a pretty good candidate. I guess I'm maybe a little nervous, but I'm not too nervous at all.
Okay.
I think the people are really going to be able to connect with my candidate. I think I was really able to connect with my candidate, and now I know a lot of our listeners are going to be able to as well. Mitch, anything else to say about Tina Kendrick before I?
No, I'll let you go.
So I actually, this is going to be almost like a little two-woman thing here. So we go to Los Angeles, California. We're going to go to a principal of a Catholic elementary school. So Mary Margaret Kruper, age 79, has been recently charged. I can't believe this. Recently charged with wire fraud and money laundering for a 10-year period until 2018. She has been embezzling money for the children. I might add almost upwards of $1 million. I believe it was $850,000. She's been using this money to gamble, to pay off her gambling debts. This is a principal of a Catholic elementary school. It is, what was her, Mary Margaret Kruper. And I guess, by the way, she's a nun. I guess Sister Lena Chang, there we go. That's Sister Lena Chang on your right. That is Sister Mary Margaret Kruper on your left. These two gals have been embezzling Catholic elementary school money, money that's supposed to go for children who really need it. They've been embezzling this money to pay off their debts, to make crazy investments. They've been doing all sorts of things. I was reading into it, but I just can't believe this story. If I have a quick quote here, if I could pull it up in bad radio fashion. No, I pulled up the same story. So yeah, shout out to Mary Margaret Kruper, age 79 of Los Angeles, California. And Sister Lana Chang, they have been living their best lives for the past 10 years, literally stealing candy from children, about $500,000 worth of candy, and then being absolute degenerates for a decade. Caps off to you, ladies. You're living the dream. You did it well. Yeah, you're going to jail, but you're 79 years old, and I bet if you pay a little money, you old white woman, you're not going to go to jail. And I think Sister Lana Chang, you're going to be all right as well. Hey, that takes big balls. I mean, you're going against the Catholic Church. You're stealing money from children.
Yeah, you know, I
and
think
this has been going on for a decade. A whole decade.
I think those are two strong candidates, and I once again, I think we let the ball pit decide.
Oh yeah.
Via Twitter poll, and we find out who's the winner, and we'll see who's the winner next week.
People can go and do their research, look
Absolutely.
further into.
Gianni, let me ask this before we end the show. Gianni, would you like to be involved in this? Because I think we should just give you what was my second option. If you'd like to be involved in this, I will automatically dedicate my backup option in case Sam and I picked the same one. I sent you two today. Mm-hmm. Would you like to be in this, and we'll give you this one?
Maybe next week. I'll come prepared for next week.
Mitch, why don't you go ahead and just share that? That'll be your honorable mention. We'll vote on the
honorable mention.
Too, yeah.
I'll read this to you at the same time. This is actually by Facts on Twitter. In 2005, a South African man, Maurice Els, adopted a baby hippo after rescuing it from a river. 6 years later, after years of bonding between the two, the hippo dragged him into that same river and ate him.
Yeah, so Maurice Els, moron. Why don't you look up which animal kills the most humans every single year? Newsflash, it's a hippo. Hippos kill the most humans by a landslide. It's not even close. Marius Els, you won the big dumbass award. Not the Big Balls award. Not the Big Balls award. That's a Chris McCandless move. A little Into the Wild reference.
And the chat saying that I got to be in it, and Brandon Ranke asking me, who do I think won? I have to be, bipartisan. I can't be picking sides here on the podcast. I don't want any feuds going on, so I got to stay neutral for now. But next week, I'll be coming for blood.
Oh yeah.
I'll be coming with a mean candidate.
Yeah. Mitch Farnsworth knows what's up. Tina Kendrick was just doing the bloomin' onion. She's celebrating Outback the right way. Putting that
blooming onion. That's great.
Right.
Putting that Pink Panther on the table and letting it bloom for the whole restaurant.
Hour 50 right now.
That guy.
Guess what? Hour 50 is probably.
You've had that guy who was taking a picture. That was the tortilla chip. He's like, I love the blooming onion. He was going in. So.
Steak and Shake closes at 10.
You got to get out of here. You got to get Steak and Shake.
I know.
Well, because Gianni needs to skedaddle, and because you guys have been chilling with us for so long, we're going to go ahead and wrap up episode 54. Listen, you guys need to go vote on our Twitter poll at CY. I don't even know what our Twitter is.
I'll be up tomorrow.
Well, what is our Twitter?
Or tonight.
I don't even know what our Twitter is.
It's CYB Pod or something.
At CYB Pod. Go vote on who had the better old name draft. Who had the bigger balls candidate?
Justin Johnson goes, what about the guy that got swallowed by a whale? You mean Jonah from the Bible?
Yeah. Dude, hey, whoa.
Get out of here, buddy.
There's a line. There's a line that you crossed, JJ. This is twice now. I'm going to expose you. He left the voicemail too.
Yeah.
Justin Johnson is going to be banned for one episode of Cover Your Balls.
Yeah, absolutely.
But guys, first off, thank you for hanging with us for as long as you did.
Yes.
Episode 54. Been a blast. Like, subscribe, comment, dislike, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and
go have a great week.
Until next time, we'll see you guys when we see you.
Peace out.
Fucking Baker Mayfield do this shit to you, bro.
And that.
Who was on crack?
Oh, whoops! I totally meant to play the wrong song. This just looking like a dumbass now, but guess what?
See you, everybody.
Yeah, we'll be see you when we see you.
Shit, dude. I mean, well.